allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please remain standing. Lord, thank you for bringing us here this evening to take care of the city's business. But our hearts are especially heavy this evening for the passing of two great people in the city. Mr. Roger Paletto, our thoughts and prayers to the Paletto family. And again, especially this evening, we learned that we lost another great citizen, Mary Beth Moorhead. Our thoughts and prayers out to the Moorhead family. And we just hope that you comfort them, give them the guidance to get through this tough time. That in your name we ask. Amen. Amen. Roll call.
Councilmember Hutchins.
Here.
Davis. Candia.
Here.
Mayor Pro Tem Martina.
Present.
Mayor Casey.
Present. Declaration of conflicts of interest. Seeing none, we'll go to item 6, ceremonial matters. I think we have any this evening. Item 7, items from the public, non-agenda items. Now is the time if anybody wishes to address the council. Seeing none, we'll go to item 8, consent calendar. A is waive all readings of ordinances and resolutions except by title. B is approval of the warrants. C is approval of the minutes of the October 9, 2012 regular meeting. And D is approval of the 2012-2013 CDBG allocation agreement.
Move we approve the consent calendar as read.
Second the motion.
Motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. 9, public hearings. We don't have any this evening. Go to item 10, regular business. A is adopt resolution number 2012, next to number, a resolution adopting additional parking regulations for Park Avenue. Lieutenant Short.
Mr. Mayor, council members, tonight before you is a resolution to declare no parking on the north side of Park Avenue from Hardin Road to the exit of Oristimba's High School parking lot. And the Newman Crows Landing Unified School District over the summer added an entrance to the high school parking lot right there behind the house that's on the corner of Hardin and Park. That is going to be the entrance only into the parking lot, and the original entrance and exit is an exit only. What we found is that with parking for different events and stuff at Metairie and other events at the high school, it's created a traffic issue there with line of sight in and out of that parking lot, with parking on the north side and the south side. The roadway there is quite narrow at only about 30 feet. So we're proposing that no parking be on that north side from Hardin to the exit there to allow visibility for the traffic coming in and out of the parking lot, and also for extra room going east and west for the vehicular traffic. The fiscal impact for this will be about $400 from the street fund for the no parking signs that'll be erected there. If you have any questions, I'd be glad to answer them.
Any questions, Lieutenant Short?
Yeah, I just would it make sense not to have parking on either side?
Well, if there's no parking on either side, then some of those events that we might have at Metairie, the softball games in the spring, there's some parking that we need to have right through there. Both sides, to eliminate that, would put more pressure out onto Hardin, I believe.
Have we thought about selling that road to making that a private road for the high school?
We have not discussed that with the high school, no.
Well, I know it's done in a lot of cities, especially when that's this main use is ingress and egress for the high school.
And if it was solely for the high school, we could probably make that case in this particular instance, though, with the teen center and Metairie there. Probably be more of a challenge because there is a public facility there that gets a lot of use during the spring and summer.
Yeah, well, we could put it on the school to take care of it.
There is a picture up on your screen there. You can see it is rather wide there. And
It looks
if
a
you
lot
look
wider
at
on
the
this
south
picture.
side, the south side is a little bit wider. The south lane, that would be on the Metairie side where you're seeing the grass there. That is a little bit, on this side over here, that's a little bit,
But
a little bit wider there. The other one's more probably just above a travel lane, would you say, Lieutenant?
Yes.
On the north
Just
side?
no parking on that one side would alleviate the safety concern with traffic in and out of that parking lot there.
But it seems to me you have parking right across the street. There's a parking lot there. I mean, it seems like that could accommodate no parking on that street at all, because there's a tremendous amount of traffic. I mean,
Well, hopefully now, though, with the no parking on the north side, it's going to obviously encourage people to utilize that parking lot, hopefully.
Has the dirt area, does that belong to the school?
Yes,
Yeah, everything north of that.
Everything north of the-
Yeah, from the edge of the right of way north is school district land, including the dirt lot there. And again, I guess the point where we kind of looked at it from a staff perspective is you do have a full width on the south side that allows for parking on there. It's when cars start getting on that north side is really when that road started getting choked down.
Yeah.
Before they put that in, so.
So
You know,
with
Bob,
parking,
maybe a best way to do it is, why don't we do the north side, and then if we have problems in the spring, we'll have our staff continue to monitor the situation. If we have problems in the spring, then we can come back to the council and say that wasn't enough. We're gonna need to do the south side as well.
The thing that I'm thinking is, there's not that much parking on the south side anyway. If you,
There's a number of vehicles that can fit there.
well, I know there's a number of vehicles, but I mean, it's not a tremendous volume. I mean, it's like, 15 cars maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah, 10.
The other
Yeah.
thing you're gonna have is, you're gonna have traffic down the north side and flip a U, just park on the south side, so.
yeah, that's one thing that if they were able to do before, when that was an entrance and an exit down here. Now they can't go in there and flip that U,
Right.
and they'll have to go all the way into the school parking lot and come around.
Yeah, but
Okay.
this entrance only, that's all new there. That was dirt with the little ditch there before, yeah. So.
But I'm just, on the one on the very west end, that's where everybody always drove down the road, flipped around in there, and then came back up and parked on the south side of the road. Now, if they're gonna do that, they're gonna be going the wrong way into traffic.
I think that's still, the westernmost over by tennis courts is still a two-way, correct?
That's exit only.
That's exit only now?
Right, yeah.
Okay.
Any other questions or comments? Council direction?
I so move that the city council recommend that the city council adopt resolution number 2012, next number, declaring no parking on the north side of Park Avenue from Harding Road to exit of Oristemba High School parking lot.
I'll second the motion.
Motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries, thank you. Item B, first reading and introduction of ordinance number 2012, next in number, an ordinance amending Title 8 and Title 11 relating to utility billing. Luke.
Good evening, Mayor and members of the Newman City Council. After a presentation of our city utility ordinances, staff was directed by council to make 3 changes. The first was to add the optional administrative citation charge as an alternate to the existing misdemeanor charge for violations of certain utility ordinances. The second was to limit the application fees paid by landlords to 1 time per fiscal year per lot. The third was to have property owners assume ultimate responsibility for intentional damage to city assets located on their properties. These changes required 8 sections of our city ordinances to be modified. These changes were forwarded to our attorney for his review. His suggestions were incorporated into the ordinance before you. Tonight, staff requests that council move to introduce the ordinance. At our next meeting, we'll hold the public hearing, a second reading, and request that staff be authorized to publish a summarized version of the ordinance. I'd be happy to answer any questions you may have.
Any questions, comments? Council direction?
Just one quick question I have on the application fee to landlords to 1 time per fiscal year per lot. So if they've got 23 units on 1 lot,
If you have 23 units on one lot, then they only pay the $25. If you have 23 units on 23 separate lots, then they would.
yeah, I understand that,
Yes.
but like if it's an apartment complex or a little condominium complex where it's all one APN, and basically that's what we're going on, right, APN?
Correct.
Okay. Oh, yeah, I know if they got 23 different lots, heck yes.
I'll make a motion. We approve the first reading and introduction of ordinance number 2012, next number, an ordinance amending the Title 8 and Title 11 relating to utility billing.
I'll second that motion.
Motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. Item 11, items from District 5 Supervisor Jim D. Martini. Jim?
Don't ever be late, Jim, we'll miss you.
Don't distract him when he's walking.
Good evening, Mayor Caton, council members. I do appreciate how you just moved the meetings along. You have to come with me sometime to Patterson.
No, we don't.
So I just have a few things this evening. As you know, last Thursday was the Biggest Loser Way Out. So that was very successful. It was a very nice event, and I thank the city of Newman for hosting the way in and the way out this year. The winner this year was the city of Patterson, who lost 75.5 pounds. In second place was Patterson Health and Fitness at a loss of 61 pounds, and then the city of Newman was third at 42.5. So, and it varies from year to year, but, we had good participation, and really what we're just trying to set the example of a healthier lifestyle, and, the eating and diet and exercise is keep you healthy. So anyway, I thought it was a very successful event, and we got a nice article in the Modesto Bee the next day. Right now, the task force is doing its calendar and essay contest. I've made presentations to the 3 school districts in Patterson, Newman, and Gustine. The essays and the calendar contest are due to be turned in on November 5th, and then they will be judged about a week later. So we'll be printing our calendar by the end of November, and then have it out for distribution first part of December. The next meeting of the task force will be Thursday, November 1st at the Del Puerto Healthcare District's boardroom, and we'll start at 6 o'clock. Any member of the public is, of course, welcome. And we're going to be discussing, our strategic plan and, the future, of course, that we're going to be going into, and our nonprofit status. In other news, the request for a proposal for the Crow's Landing Air Base went out yesterday to anybody potentially who might be interested in bidding on the project. Packets were sent out to companies, whether or not we've talked to them or not, to see if they have an interest. The criteria is basically the same as it was before, keeping pretty much the recommendations that the steering committee had put in place about 5 or 6 years ago. Development only on the air base, development of the airport, water to Crow's Landing, and those sorts of things all remain the same. The one thing that will be added this time is that the financial strength of the company bidding on the project will be analyzed before the end of the bid is accepted. It's a failure that the county had the last time. But otherwise, I believe it's about, I don't recall exactly, 3 or 4 months before we look at the bids. There was a kind of a long lead-in time for it. So I think we were hoping to award a contract if there's a suitable project and company about the 1st of February. And that's all I have this evening.
Thank you, Jim. Okay, item 12, items from city manager.
Thank you, Mayor Pro Tem, and council members. Tonight, our planner is not here. She's down south in the desert accepting a state award on behalf of the city. As you recall, we received a state award for our downtown revitalization plan that's been in process for 2 decades now. So we're all happy to receive that. That's our second award in the last year and a half. So I think that's a testament to the council's good decisions on what we're doing downtown. Just as an update, within the next month or so, you'll be seeing a release of a new website for us. Our current website's 5-6 years old. So we went ahead and updated it. And some of you may have seen that our site was hacked, and it was actually hacked through our host server because some of their other sites that they host, that's what Chamber of Commerce and a few other ones, had also been hacked as well. So if you clicked on it, you may have been offered to buy some pharmaceuticals. So we got all that cleared up, and we're working on that. We're going to be using a new host, website host, and then so I think that the design's coming along well. Staff is very excited about what we're seeing right now. I think you're going to be excited about it too. It looks really professional, and it's going to be an upgrade from where we're at. I really like our website now, but I think this new one's going to look a lot better. It's going to be a lot cleaner. And again, just trying to get the information out for our residents. It'll be very informational as well. And just a reminder, you can pay your water bill online now. So I think we're about 150 last we looked, Lou.
Over 7% of the population.
Yeah.
Last time it was at 5%, now we're over 7%.
So 7% of the population, and we've only been live for maybe 4 to 6 weeks. So I think that's a pretty good testament that it was something that was wanted and needed by the community. So. We've been actually contacted by 2 French college students that want to do an internship for the city of Newman. So you may see them in the months of November and December working here. Lou's got some projects for them, and Mike's got some projects for them. So still kind of working out the details, but we may have two visitors from France that would spend basically between Thanksgiving and Christmas working for the city and just trying to get some experience, business experience under their belt. So we're really excited about that. Prior to our next meeting, just to be advised that we will be closed on November 11th in observance of Veterans Day. So I want to thank all the veterans today for all that you've done for us. If you didn't see the article in the newspaper today, Walmart is hiring, so you can go to walmart.com, and I think it's careers.walmart.com, and I think they're hiring 300 positions over in Patterson. So, you know, I know it's Patterson, but I still think it's a great opportunity for people here on the west side, and hopefully some Newman residents will get an opportunity to work at that new establishment. So
I'm going to go be a greeter.
That was the spot I was going for.
On November 13th, we just want to, we're going to take new pictures of the council member, new headshots for the website. So please be advised that you will be taking a photo for the website at your next meeting. It'll be here. So, and then lastly, 2 things. October 25th, which is this Thursday, 2 things that are going on. One, our neighbors to the south are having their open house, and you, the council, have been invited to that. Starts at 6 p.m. And then lastly, I will be hosting the division, City Managers League of California Cities division meeting here. So we'll be having about 20 city managers from Merced, Stanislaus, and San Joaquin County here. Some are retired, some are active. So I think they just wanted to tour our I've been bragging about our city hall for so long. They're finally like, all right, we're coming in October. You're on the hook. So and that's all that I had, and I can answer any questions that you may have.
Just one, Michael, I had on our website, city website, do we keep track of the hits as far as to know how many people actually logged on? I mean, I'm sure that it's going to increase now that people can pay the bill online, but I just wondered if
We do have a counter online.
So you do. So
Yes.
you actually know if over the years it's increased any amount or whatever.
Yeah, I'm not, Mike.
We haven't actively been tracking it, but yes.
Yeah.
We can tell how many times people click on specific documents and, you know, what they're looking at and what they're not.
I mean, I think our website right now, I know you're upgrading and everything else, but I think there's a wealth of information on that website for people.
There is, and there's going to be even more. This one, we're adding a calendar. So for all city activities that are occurring, people can click on the calendar, and so all the city events will be on there. It's going to be nice. I mean, there's a few upgrades. A lot of it's going to be the same information distributed differently, but you'll still be able to watch city council meetings online. You'll be able to access our city code online, e-docs. You'll be able to, get the city applications online, be up to date, pay your utility bills, and all the like.
Very
So,
good. Thank you.
Thank you, Michael. Staff, Lieutenant Short,
Nothing tonight?
Lou, Garner?
I have a few items for you
Okay.
tonight. Over the next month, you'll notice that city crews will be out getting our downtown decorations going for their Christmas festivities. So make note of that. We're going to increase the lights. Our urban canopy in the downtown's growing, so we're going to go ahead and increase the lights in there to make it more appealing. Another item I have for you, currently we have an RFP, request for proposals out for uniform services. Just want to make the general public aware of that. Bids are due on November 8th, I believe. And the November 13th city council meeting, there will be a public hearing for the water rate increase. This is a reminder for everybody. The last item I have is week before last, we met with Caltrans right after the last council meeting to discuss the geometrics on the Inyo and Highway 33 traffic signal. And they had a few suggestions on how to simplify the intersection. We had shown right turn lanes, and they recommended we not do that to help with the process. And the consultant's working on the revisions now, and then we'll meet back with them to see if they like the initial design of that, and then we'll be bringing that forward, possibly even having a review for council to see what they think of the geometrics at that point. If there's any questions, I'll be happy to answer.
Any questions or comments? Thank you, Garner. Nick, anything? Bob?
I have nothing to add.
Don?
The only thing that go along with the Crow's Landing Airfield is the Alliance has still made that a priority under the new arrangement. And so it was still priority number one, and I was surprised at the last meeting. They just kind of said, well, he didn't make it, so maybe the next guy will. But, so that's still on there, and they're still planning to spend some money on it. So,
Great.
just hope they don't make any trips to China before we.
Yeah.
That's all I've got.
Okay. And just a reminder, tomorrow, our Senator Anthony Cannella will be in town at the State Farm office here at 1404 Main Street for coffee. Doesn't say he's offering food, but it is coffee. So if you'd like to have any questions or comments, like come out and visit with Anthony, he'll be here at 7:30 at the State Farm office. And with that, we're adjourned.